I'm not dead! But y'all are gonna have to get used to this. So, 2019 was quite the year for me. I got into Ruby, Hellboy, Metal Gear Solid, The Police, the band, not the actual police. I also made a lot of great friends, whether it's my trusted buddies, the Predapals, or the Lighthousers. So then, 2019 also had quite the interesting list of movies, and I thought, hey, I need some more fucking views, so let's make a list on 2019 movies. So I'm going to be ranking the movies that I've watched in 2019. Rules are that they have to be released in 2019, there will be spoilers, and it's going to be ranked based on my personal enjoyment. So some choices may be controversial. I came into this movie with very little to none expectations. And guess what? I was sitting in the theater looking all... I really don't have too much to say about this movie. I found it to be forgettable and by the numbers. And the less we talk about Brie Larson, the better. Great job, MCU. You turned Captain Marvel, a person that I played as in Marvel Ultimate Alliance, to an SJW joke. Oh god, Joe. Okay, but I will give the movie this. It had a pretty good twist where the team she was working for were the bad guys, and the Skrulls, who were supposedly the villains of the movie, turned out to be the good guys. It caught me off guard, and, well, it was a surprise. But overall, yeah, forgettable and boring. Actually, it was so boring, I noticed how huge her fucking forehead is. Brandon Urie, you better watch out, you got some competition, man. So my dad said one day, hey son, we're watching a movie based on a World War II event. And I said, okay. So I found the movie pretty boring, aside from the action, which I thought was a little better than Captain Marvel. But everything else, ouch! The plot and characters felt very scattered, and felt like it couldn't focus on one character. And I couldn't help but sleep through it because of how the plot didn't know which character to focus on. It didn't make much sense to me, and I slept through it. Most of it, anyway. But, yeah, at least it's not SJW bullshit like Captain Marvel. Well, fuck, this steak is so hot, it's burning the house down right now. Bye, everyone. Ow! Okay, I'll explain why I did not like this movie. The action scenes and monsters are fucking awesome. They are definitely the highlight of the movie, and that's it. There felt like there was way too little of that, and way too fucking much of human drama that I could not give less of a shit about. I wouldn't mind this at all, except it's shoved in your face every 10 fucking seconds, and it ruined the movie for me. I can understand it can't be Godzilla destroying shit for like 4 hours straight, but the human drama felt very contrived and shoehorned in to make up the majority of the movie. I got more and more annoyed at these people as the movie went on. I'm sorry, but if the old Godzilla movies are like this, I'm fucking out. So, James Rolfe, aka the Angry Video Game Nerd, had this one line in his review of the prequels movie where he talked about his first experience with The Phantom Menace, where he started off liking the movie, thinking it was good, but as time went on, he slowly began to accept what he watched was pretty bad. That's what happened to me with this movie. So, I watched The Force Awakens. I've yet to watch The Last Jedi. But I didn't watch The Last Jedi because I found The Force Awakens to be a bland rehash of A New Hope, except without anything that made it spectacular. We saw this movie on Christmas, and dude, Palpatine returning made no sense. Rey taking the Skywalker's name turned out to be way less powerful than the writers hoped for it to be. And the new characters are... what are their names again? And the fucking Reylo kiss was so goddamn forced, you have newfound appreciation for that pun that I unintentionally made. I even thought that when I first saw it. God, Anakin and Sand is a better couple than Reylo.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
Oh boy, this movie! This movie is bad enough as a casual viewer, but how's the movie if you're a comic book fan like me? It's even worse. It botched up one of my favorite Hellboy comics, The Wild Hunt. It fucked up Hellboy's design by making him look like a red piece of shit trying to cosplay Darth Maul with uncooked burgers on his forehead. The CGI looked horrendous, and Jesus, the comics never had this much swearing to be mature. David Harbour's also a terrible Hellboy. He can pull off the tough guy persona, but he's written in a way where he was either whining or screaming most of the time. You also question why humanity should be killing demons, only for that to never be resolved. Well, that's just Prime. But even after all this bullshit, why did I rank it higher than the likes of Godzilla 2? I actually had a fun time watching it, despite how fucking awful it was. I don't know how to explain it. This movie is just so damn stupid. And I'll also give the movie this. The battle scene with the giants was awesome. But, yeah. If I was ranking it on how good it was, however, it would be at the very bottom. I say, skip this movie, watch the Del Toro films, and read the comics. Please, read the comics. Oh no, I didn't like Endgame that much. To be honest, having Ant-Man go up Thanos' ass would have been much better than what we've gotten. Plus I am into anal horror. I originally ranked Hellboy higher than this, but looking back on that movie, Endgame was not annoying as, say, freaking Godzilla 2, and I can't excuse the fact that Hellboy botched up The Wild Hunt so badly. But back to Endgame, I felt like the movie did not need to be 3 hours long. The first act felt like a slog to sit through. The second act was okay. Seeing the team get the stones back together was alright. But the third act, oh man, it was satisfying seeing the entire cast of the MCU back together. Aside from Black Widow. And I gotta give props to the MCU for killing off Iron Man effectively. That's a powerful move. But yeah, first act really hurt the movie for me. Would have ranked it higher. No pizza time? 0 out of 8. Fuck this. Wait, J.K. Simmons appears as J. Jonah Jameson in the after credit scene? 9 out of 8. Everything else? 5 out of 8. If I'm gonna be honest, Homecoming was the only MCU film that made me laugh. Like, constantly. So I looked forward to this one thinking it would make me laugh. Unfortunately it didn't. But to be honest, this ranking is purely based on how I watched the Raimi trilogy in 2019 and looking back on the MCU movies, I will admit that my issue is that I just can't help but have a bias towards the Raimi films and see them as like the holy Spider-Man film, but I can't help but feel like they did everything better. They had a charm to it, and the characters were much more entertaining to watch than the MCU's. I apologize for my poor explanation, I just can't compare the Raimi films and MCU in 2 paragraphs. On its own, Tom Holland is fine, Mysterio is a great villain actually, and everything else, yeah, fine. Okay, so I have one huge expectation for comedy films. Make me laugh. That's it, just make me laugh. Good Boys did that pretty well. In the middle, the beginning started off pretty bad in my opinion, and the ending felt a little too melodramatic for my liking. Aside from those two, I had an absolute blast watching this film. God damn, it was hilarious seeing those kids get into adult shenanigans. Overall, it's like a car that couldn't start up, but then it did, and it drove pretty well for the rest of the trip. Then it breaks down at the destination. Okay, this one will be short. I had a good time all around. I loved the relationship between Toothless and the Light Fury, and I felt like it wrapped up the trilogy perfectly. Woo! A DC film that's genuinely funny? Wowee! A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. Not only I liked this film for the comedy, but I found the story and characters to be entertaining and likable. I love seeing Billy's relationship with his family grow. Dr. Sivana was a great villain, and again, I love the comedy. I'm gonna be honest, I thought this movie was gonna be pretty fucking stupid. I didn't want to see it because I thought it was gonna be really stupid and just explosions, people killing each other, bad sex jokes, basically Michael Bay's Transformers. But it honestly surpassed my expectations. Now, it wasn't perfect, but I still had a good time watching it. I grew to like Alita's design, I loved her relationship with Hugo, and I really loved the action, holy crap. Though the characters fucking mumbled a lot, and like a little more than half the time, I didn't understand what the hell they were saying. They were all... So I didn't know what was going on due to poor enunciation until I watched the OVA, which... unpopular opinion, I like the OVA more than the actual movie. Not that it's bad, but I just like the OVA more. Alrighty guys, it's the big one! My favorite movie of 2019 is... drumroll? Joker! This was a breath of fresh air from all the action movies I watched this year. I like that this movie tried to be something different. I loved every scene from this movie. I love Joaquin Phoenix as this socially awkward and even downright unsettling Joker. I love seeing Joker's life fall apart, or with him trying to keep it together, only for him to lose his sanity and embrace his descent into insanity. The only issue I have with this movie, and it's quite a big one for me, was that I wish Joker was the guy who killed Bruce's parents at the end of the movie. I feel like it would have strengthened the rivalry that is of Batman and Joker. But holy fuck, Joker fans, watch this movie! Or you probably have. watch it again. So, those are my movies of 2019, ranked by my enjoyment. I do apologize if some of my reasonings for the rankings were brief and half-assed. But I would like to know your favorite and least favorite movies of 2019, or what you thought of this video down in the comment below. Or the link to my Twitter of this video if YouTube decides to disable this comment section. But anyways, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll make sure to try and make more in the future. Anyways, I'll see you guys.